Next up, Woodard Road for a garage addition.
Located at 1706 Woodard Road, applicant Carl Aquilina is requesting an area variance to allow a side setback less than what is required associated with the construction of a 420 square foot garage addition to an existing single-family dwelling in a 2.0 acre parcel having SBL number 050.02-1-28, located in the large lot LL single-family residential district under section 350-13 of the Code of the Town of Webster.
How's it going?
Good evening. Al LaRue, McMahon LaRue Associates. Carl is the homeowner, he's here with me tonight. We think that the proposed addition, we're looking for a 6.5 foot side setback. And I've calculated, and we've done the survey, and I've calculated a 14 foot by 30 foot proposed addition would yield about a 6.92 or a 6.99 side setback. And 6.5 gives us a little bit of a room during construction or whatever, so we've added a little stuff in there. We don't think that the character of the neighborhood will be changed at all by this. In fact, the new garage will be set back 8 feet from the front of the existing garage, and there's a pretty prominent tree stand to the south, protecting the neighbor. So other than that, it looks like a good location, and there's no other way to put the third car on this. So with that, I'll turn it over to any questions you may have for me or Carl.
Okay, just want to say one thing.
Speak into the mic.
I'm sorry?
Speak into the mic.
Okay. Basically, I'm 122 feet behind, this addition will be 122 feet behind my next door neighbor's house. He has not objected to it, so that's as far as I know.
Thank you. I was out at your site yesterday. You really don't have any other place to provide this addition. You kind of sandwiched in on that property, if you will, and you have a fairly large drop off on the east side of the property as well. So, and I appreciate you having it all staked out for me, so I could kind of visualize where it would end up going. So I do greatly appreciate that. Is your intention, I know it's going to be stepped back, is your intention to keep the height roughly the same height as what the peak is of your current garages? It's okay.
Basically, it'll probably be a little shorter because I've got a window on the east side in the existing structure. So it might be 5'12", might be 5.5 tall.
Gotcha.
But it's going to be within that range. Okay. That's why I set it back so far so I would miss the window.
Gotcha. Very good. Other questions from the board?
Are you intending on keeping the shed in front of the proposed addition? In front of your house?
I'm sorry.
Are you intending on
Are you
keeping the
intending to
shed?
keep the shed in that location?
Yes, yes.
Do you have a
It's just set up on piers right now. It is not connected to anything, no foundation whatsoever.
Do you have a variance for that shed?
You have a variance for the shed because it's in front of the main structure.
This basically was done 30 years ago.
Pre-existing, non-conforming.
I think we had an ordinance 30 years ago. I know we had an ordinance 30 years ago.
You were here 30 years ago.
Yes, I was.
So that.
How easily is that relocated?
How would you relocate it? How would you relocate that?
I'd have to slide it off of the piers that it's on and drag it around the back of the house going to the west. I'm sorry, going to the east.
Right.
It would be a little impractical because there's a long, I'd have to bring it along over 200 feet.
I would like to have this conform either by relocating the shed that's in front of the existing house, or having the applicant apply for a variance for that shed. To make it comply. My preference is, you know, if they have equipment, I'm going to build the addition to utilize that equipment in the roll it in the back. Possibly. Other option is apply for the variance.
There are two sheds.
I was gonna say there's another shed.
Well, I wasn't even gonna get to that one, because that one looks like it's falling apart. Yeah.
Well, it's open in the front because it's the fireman's drive.
Yeah.
And between here and yeah, it's all slope. It's hard to do something on slope.
Yeah, we're talking about that, the shed right now. There's a slope on the east side of the existing home, and it wouldn't be very easy to move that, slide that shed. So we're talking about.
You'd have to do it before the construction started, because you could move it on the west side of the house.
Before the, yeah, before, I'm sorry, yeah, I'm looking at it like that, that's
Right.
built, but it is not built. So can you just slide that back like that,
Slide back to,
behind the house, before construction?
that's possible. That is the only way I could get it back there.
It would be appreciated.
Okay.
And I would, you know, if we
That would be
approve
a
this
stipulation.
application,
Okay.
that's the direction we're going, I'd like to make that a condition that apply with the ordinance.
Carl agrees that he'll slide that back during construction, prior to construction of the addition.
Okay. Very good.
Thank you.
Nice catch, Tom. Any other questions on the board? Open up to the public.
My name is Brian Bishopman. I live at 671 Willow Lane. I am here representing the property directly to the east. And my only concern is, what if after the structure is completed, the addition is completed, how do you get any equipment to the backyard to maintain a septic system? And other than that, if there's a way to make things happen, then no objections.
Okay. Got somebody else to speak to?
No, I just want to let you know that I am the owner of that parcel that's to the east.
To the east, so the field.
Yeah, and if you don't show the drawing of the,
Can you speak into the mic?
you don't show the property stake up by the road. And if you look down through the rock wall and the wood storage are on the property line, on the west side of our property. See that posted sign?
Yep.
Okay, right in there is where the GPS survey was done.
You did it.
There's two stakes missing up farther, but
The pins are still at that position. The stakes have rotted out. I have not disturbed any pins.
So,
What's your question, sir? The survey stakes, or you're indicating that survey stakes?
no, I'm just saying, the only one that I can locate right now is the one by the posted sign.
Okay,
So the only issue would be, in the future, after construction, getting equipment to the backyard.
yep.
Okay, that's it.
Basically, what I would like to say is, it's an access road to the east of that access road, and there's still 15 feet of roadway going back. To the east of that is a 100-foot easement, because the water pipeline that went through for the water treatment plant. That is not obstructing anything. The pins that are supposedly been removed by me have never been touched. The stakes have rotted out and it's fallen down. I'm not going to replace the stakes, but I did not touch the pins that are blackly below it.
When we did a survey for that piece to the east, and we put those stakes in the ground, when we did Carl's house, we found those pins and used them part of the survey. So they're there, but the wooden lath that marks them, you know, that rotted out, but they're still there. And we could always put marker lath beside them so you can find them.
And you've placed capped rebars along the eastern property line, correct?
Right, rebars with my name and cap on it, right?
So, can you tell me where, hold on. Can you tell me where your septic system is? Because I don't see it identified on the survey. Do you know where it is?
The septic system.
My septic system is in the center of the backyard.
So kind of dead center? So.
Dead center?
Dead center of the yard, yes.
In front of the wood line.
So I have at least 20 feet either way.
But how far back from the house?
How far back is it? I'd say about to the tank, it's maybe 50 feet. Beyond that, you've about 100 feet is the whole system.
Okay.
Carl's house is 19.36 feet off the property line on
Yep.
that side.
Yep. I see that. And how far off is the stone wall? The stone wall looks like it's roughly on the property line, maybe 2 feet off the property line if I had to guess, but I'm strictly guessing.
Usually it lies
The
at the
stone
back
wall
of
on
the
the
shed.
east side,
The stone wall on the east side, correct.
We didn't locate it.
I'd say that's at least 8 or 9 feet back. And like I said, it's not obstructing the roadway going back, because it's on the slope of the house.
There also appears in front of the wall that protrudes to the east, like where Josh is pointing to right now. I didn't check that out at the time because I didn't think it was pertinent when I went to visit the site, sorry.
Mr. LaRue, did you, in the survey that I have here, it indicates that, I'm calling it a firewood shed. You did locate that?
We did.
Okay. So again, looking at the photos here, again, perspective changes things obviously, but it looks like the stone wall is roughly in line with the back of that shed, roughly.
That's
Just
what it
again, what we have up on the screen there.
That's what it looks like in the photo,
Yeah.
yeah.
Plus or minus, obviously. Okay. How would you propose to get, to service your septic system in the rear of the house with the addition?
We drive back down the driveway, which is on the west side. He runs his hose out, so I'm not on anybody's land at that particular point.
Okay.
That's been done dozens of times already.
Okay, very good. I'm going to ask a silly question here, Josh. Septic systems are allowed in the front property?
The town actually does not regulate septic systems, it's
Okay.
the county health department.
Okay. So if a new septic system was required and the applicant did not have access or permission from anybody to use their property to get equipment, he could put it in the front yard if he needed to.
As long as we met NNL County.
Absolutely.
Setbacks.
Yeah, absolutely.
And perks.
Yep, okay.
Those county suburbs like a long way. Wheels on with
That was my job for 20 years, so 200 feet is, hose is what I used to carry, so, yeah.
it. A lot of fun being there.
No, no.
No, I know that.
Another option, yeah, thank you. Another option would be potentially putting a garage door on the back of the addition as well, to be able to do a drive-through if you had to. Is that something you'd be open to?
Put a garage door in the back of your addition.
You want a garage?
Yeah, you can put a garage door in the
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like a 14 feet, yes.
you can do that.
Okay.
So we can drive through, right?
Well, the other thing too is, I wouldn't expect that shed to outlast the septic system.
No,
No, no. I'm assuming that shed won't last now.
we're speaking of the wood, right? The wood
Yes.
shed.
Yeah,
The
that's,
red
okay,
one.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The wood storage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the party that's opposing next door, is that what the concern is, just the septic, or is there some other?
No. I'm just concerned about that laneway is our farm laneway.
Mike?
That lane belongs on the farm. Yes, Monroe County Water got an easement to put in the water line 5, 10, 6 years ago, whatever it was. Now, we can work the farm, but that is the lane for the farm. It's not for everyone to use. My brother and I own the farm together now. So we just
Who else would
don't,
use that lane other than?
a lot of people like to drive back.
To do what?
Horse around. They go through my backyard as well. Down the
I
way.
just want to make it clear that, that laneway is part of the farm. That's all.
Sir, I don't know that we got your name and your address for the record,
My address is 19 Pierce Street in the village,
and your name.
but I am the one you sent the card to, and 1780 Woodard Road is where the farm is located.
Okay.
This is, again, that's my question. How does the garage going up or down impact the frequency of other people other than the applicant use the roadway?
It's private property.
No, I understand. Relevant to the garage improvement, how does that impact?
No, I just want to make sure.
Property line on the one side, he wants to make sure that it is known that there won't be any access on the,
No, I understand that, but just the applicant.
Yeah.
But this gentleman seems to be concerned about the rest of the public. I just don't know whether the garage is on the other side of the house.
No, I'm not worried about that.
Okay, I mean, I guess I just don't understand it. All right.
your concern is access in the applicant using that.
That's
Space.
Access to rear.
He's worried about the rest of the public, doesn't,
Good.
it's not relevant.
It's not,
I think,
it's not the rest of the public, it's if a structure goes there, blocks that path, another path is potentially going to be utilized.
understood.
That's all.
Yep.
There is no other
But how many times could somebody have a septic issue?
Do you have a septic system?
I grew up on one, yes.
Okay.
So did I.
There are lots of
I was there all
companies
my
that
life.
service septic systems that are very busy. So,
Okay.
that's all. That was the concern.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you. I think we've made the point that basically the backside of the wood storage, on the east side of the wood storage is private property and not an access lane. And the applicant understands that, correct?
We acknowledge that.
Okay. All right. Corinne, Chris, Don, somebody want to go through the findings? Oh, we didn't do seeker, thank you. Appreciate that. I'd like to make a motion for a type 2 action under seeker pursuant to NYCRR section 617.5 of the environmental code.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Don, you want to take it?
application in front of the board is asking to build a garage addition, which is not uncommon, especially within this area. They're looking to locate it on the east side, I'm sorry, the west side of the existing garage. I'm trying to-
They're fine. There'll be no detriment created to
The area?
nearby properties. The owner has acknowledged that the parcel to the east, 1 foot, 1.7 feet off the rear of their wood shed is private property and not an access road to the rear of their house. The neighbor to the west has not provided any objections, so there will be no detriment created to nearby properties. The benefit really is not achievable by any method. The current garage is on the west side of the property. This is adding an additional bay on the west side of the property. The east side, there is a elevation change as well as further away from the garage, further away from the existing garage, so really not feasible. The request is not substantial. It is adding to the existing house. House is already about 120 feet behind the closest residential house neighbor. There is no adverse physical or environmental impacts to the site or the neighborhood being set so far back. And the plans that were submitted are going to mimic the current house as currently submitted. Difficulty, where the house is located, the difficulty is not really self-created. It is to be able to make the addition, they would have to go into the side setback. This is not an undesirable change, being set so far back, and the style of the addition. The request is not significant. Like to make, sorry.
The frontage, you want to add on
Of the shed.
the shed, bring it to legal.
Well, yeah,
Well,
that wasn't the
that's-
motion, that was just the findings, yep, so I was gonna do the motion. I'd like to make a motion for an area variance to allow a side setback, no less than 6.5 feet, I believe, 6.5 feet, off the west property line. Associated with the construction of a 420 square foot garage addition to the existing single-family dwelling on a 2-acre parcel having SBL 050.02-1-28 located in a LL large lot, single-family residential district. There is an existing shed in the front of the residence that will need to be moved to the rear of the residence. And a garage door both on the front and rear of the garage addition will be required for access to the rear of the property. I think I covered it. I get a second?
Second.
Mr. Short,
Aye.
Mr. Santola,
Aye.
Mrs. Bola,
Aye.
Mr. Hauser,
Aye.
Mr. Leitner.
Aye.
You have your variance for your garage addition. You have 1 year of meaningful construction, and you do have to get building permit and approval.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good night.